This one got
okay.
Dorito crumbs on it.
Dorito crumbs on it.
This is blocked.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Kelby and this is Sailboat Studio, where the crafts are chaotic, the crochet projects are maximalist, and the vibes are silly. And if all of that sounds like a good time to you, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. As we all know, Valentine's Day is upon us. By the time this video comes out, Valentine's Day will be tomorrow. And one of my main goals for myself this year was I wanted to make things for every holiday. If you haven't seen last week's video, I finished up a bunch of Valentine's Day crochet projects. You can find them actually in my Etsy right now if you're interested. They're all one of a kind, handmade by my little rat hands. But this year for myself, I decided that I wanted to make something that I've never made before, and that is a tapestry cardigan. I didn't have this idea until I saw this lovely human make this beautiful Sailor Moon tapestry cardigan, and then they made a video on how they did it, and I immediately set to work on designing one for myself. I didn't know exactly what I wanted the design on the back of the cardigan to be, but I knew that I wanted to design it myself. Because if I'm gonna have the audacity to make something I've never made before, I may as well make it from scratch, you know? So I took this design that I already had drawn out, because he, like myself, is a crafty little clown, and I felt like he just fit the bill for what I wanted to go with. And then I turned that design into a tapestry grid to be the starting point for my cardigan design. And I did that by using Procreate. If you are interested in doing this yourself, I have my own method on how I do it myself. If you are interested in learning how to do that, leave a comment below and I will work on a tutorial eventually. I do have a whole tutorial on how to make a tapestry in general, but I've never really shared my process of how I turn an image into a tapestry grid. So if you're interested in that process, let me know in the comments. But now that I have my tapestry grid, it's time for us to design the cardigan itself. But to do that, I need my iPad. Ta-da! So the general vibe I'm going for is Valentine's clown, or Valentine's circus slash carnival. And I found this really cute tapestry grid of these little balloons that are heart-shaped, and I feel like that fits the vibe really well, and I want to do that on the front panels. But also I don't want to do color work on the front panels and the back panel. I want to do heart-shaped appliques instead. I want to do some surface slip stitches for the balloon strings, and then I want to do heart granny squares for the pockets. As you saw on the tapestry grid, I wasn't able to actually integrate the squares into it. There just wasn't logistically a good way for me to do it. I'm still really new to pixel art, so forgive me. I know that this isn't the prettiest, most detailed tapestry grid in the entire world, but if you are interested in using the tapestry grid, I do have it listed in my Ko-fi for free, or pay what you wish. If you feel like tipping me for making it, you are welcome to do so, but it is not required. You don't have to go through the entire process of turning it into a whole cardigan. I am just extra, so that's what I'm doing with it. Because I want this to be a bunch of different colors and kind of circusy looking, I'm gonna make the sleeves a different color than the front and back panels. And then, I don't know if this would weigh it down too much, but I kind of want to do buttons all over the sleeves too. That's just gonna be an extra option though. All of that being said, I have to do some math to figure out how big I need the front and back panels to be, and then from there I can make the sleeves and everything else. But my biggest concern right now is doing a gauge swatch so that I know how big I need my back panel to be. Math is hard, and I've never done a gauge swatch before. I learned how to do one in the video that I was talking about earlier, but I'm not excited to do it. I'm gonna go do that, and then I will let you know all of my math. Okay, I have done a gauge swatch and I have done my math, so I will have to add a couple of stitches on either side of the tapestry itself, and I'll have to add a couple rows on the bottom and on the top to center it. And then with the front panels, I'll just work them up to be as tall as the back panel. So I did the math. I measured against a sweater that I really like wearing that's a little bit oversized, and it was 32 inches wide and 28 inches tall. Oh my God, what just fell? Oh my Lord. See, sometimes I knock into my desk and my trinkets just fall, but also I am convinced deeply that there is a ghost in our house. Our house is like 1 billion years old, so it would make sense. Also, I have a music box that is a clown that just goes off by itself sometimes. Who knows? Anyway, that's enough about talking about the ghost that lives in my house. I made a gauge swatch that was 20 stitches long by 10 rows tall. So to get the size that I need for the back panel to be 100 rows by 100 stitches. That shouldn't be too bad. I have never made a tapestry that is this large before, let alone that was going to be a functional wearable piece. So let's jump on in and let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, I have discovered that the pink yarn is just a little too thick and like stiff, but then the brown yarn is nice and soft and fluffy. That's a problem for me, big dog. I'm crossing my fingers that once I block it, because this is the project, and I literally already told Mike this too. I was like, this is the project that is finally gonna force me to buy a garment steamer, because I want this to be a floppy cardigan. You know what I mean? Stop it. So I wound up using Feels Like Bliss for his cute little clown collar, and it is so soft. I'm glad that I impulsively bought that. Here's his cute little face. It's turning out so cute. Look at him. I am finally on the last row of this. I'm so excited. I've been working on literally just this back panel all week. I think since like Sunday, and it is now Saturday. He is so cute. I love his little face. Okay, it is all sewn together. Now we have an official cardigan base. And right now it looks like I am a samurai, and that's okay. But it fits. It's a little bit less oversized than I hoped that it would be, but I think blocking will help with that. I also still have to do the ribbing. Here's what we're looking like. I'm gonna get started on the sleeves probably later today. Maybe. I'm already tired just thinking about it. I made bread yesterday and it was so delicious, and I had some for breakfast today, but it's really dense. It's my first loaf of bread I've ever baked and it's bringing me down. I'm already tired. I need a bread nap, but I can't take a bread nap because I gotta lock in. So I'm gonna go set up my little office in my bed because I need a change of scenery from the living room because that's where I've spent most of this week. I'll catch you guys when I have another update on this work. So I'm gonna start the sleeves this morning. I'm gonna do this pink for the sleeves. I'm at about 40 rows on my first sleeve. I'm probably gonna do a try-on of it really soon, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna have enough of this skein to make both sleeves. So I'm gonna have to go back to the store to go buy more yarn. How unfortunate for me. Also, I just finished all her fall yesterday. So good. Absolutely insane work. I've also been watching a lot of cult documentaries lately. Like, I usually watch a lot of true crime, but lately it's been cult forward, and it is wild how many cults have existed and still exist to this day. Gross. Here's how we're looking though. I've gotten all this done between yesterday and today, and I feel very proud of that. Usually sleeves take me forever when it comes to a project because I'm like, oh, it's gonna take me so long, but I'm pumping this out. And look, it's even! It's so soft too. I'm using Big Twist for this, which I got at Michael's, and I'm glad that they carry it now. It makes me sad that it be getting so expensive sometimes, but it's so soft. I love Big Twist. I need to see if they have the Big Twist in the green that I was using for another sweater that I would like to finish eventually, because it's a really good sweater and it has the potential to be the cutest sweater that I own, but I ran out of the yarns for it and they were all Big Twist, and it was right when Joanne shut down. I finally got myself a garment steamer. You might hear it bubbling away in the background right now. I'm gonna block my sweater just a little bit. The try-on's gonna look a little silly because I'm already wearing a sweater, but here's my sweater, pre-blocked. Yeah, looking silly, looking pretty bad. Let's block it. I don't really have a method when it comes to blocking. I kind of just go with the flow. That is exactly what I'm gonna do right now. What I've been doing, because this is what I see other people doing, is literally just throwing the things over the top of the steamer and then stretching them out as I go. And I already feel this entire sleeve relaxing, which is great. My favorite. Oh my gosh, it's already 10 times better. Just in that one little spot. Wow, that's crazy. Best purchase ever, truly. Wow. Let's do a flop test comparison. This one. This one. Completely different. La 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 la. It's starting to get really hot in my craft room though, because I've been steaming everything around my craft room for the last like hour or so. I have to sew the pockets on still, which both of them are done. And then past that, I have to weave in a couple ends, and then I have to, what else do I have to do? Oh, I have to make the appliques and see if I can't find some fun Valentine's buttons, because my original plan was to sew on some fun Valentine's color buttons. But I haven't found any yet. I can't believe what a difference it's made already in just the sleeve. That's crazy. I'm so excited to get through to the rest of it. The cat keeps wanting to come over and play with it because he sees the steam and he's like, ooh, that's a toy, I think. I still have a stain on this sweatshirt. No one's surprised. And if you are, welcome to the channel. You must be new. Okay, sleeves seem like they're just about done. Oh! But I am gonna leave the back panel for last because it is just so big. Let's see how we're doing on just these front panels. Y'all, that's magic. That is magic. Literally just this one little bit compared to like this. That's magic. Why did it take me so long? This cost me like $25. If you don't own a garment steamer and you're a crocheter, get one right now. What are you doing? I know that this is probably dangerous the way that I'm doing this, but this is my house and this is my craft room. And if I would like to injure myself, then so be it. I was so nervous that this was literally gonna do nothing and that I was just gonna have this sweater that I have spent almost a month on that I just can't wear. But I totally can wear it because it's so relaxed and so floppy now. This is the side that I'm steaming right now, and then this is the side that I have yet to steam. That's crazy!
Blocked?
Yes. This is not blocked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah!
Crazy.
Crazy! Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up off camera because I only have about 15 minutes left on this memory card anyway, and I haven't bought new memory cards yet, which is also on my list. But this was priority number 1 so that I could get this sweater finished by Valentine's Day. So, as you can see, I sewed this one on crooked. I don't know how on earth I managed to do that because I was going literally through just the one row, which is disappointing and frustrating, and I don't really want to re-sew it, but if it looks as bad as I think that it will once I put it on, then I will. If every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs, but this is like, it's so crooked. I have more bad news. I started sewing this one on, and it is way lower than this one. So now I have to completely undo this one. I really thought, like, I don't know what made me think that these were in the same place. Oh my god, this is the first time I've ever sewn pockets onto anything, so I'm trying to not go crazy about it. This project is a lot of firsts for me, so it's been lots of experimenting and lots of trying as I go. Just gonna roll with it. Fix it and figure it out. I would have had to fix it anyway because I sewed it to the ribbing. Bro. This project may be the death of me. Get out of here. Now some of you may be asking, or you may be typing in the comments, why didn't you just use pins? Why didn't you just pin it on? Because I'm lazy, okay? I don't know where my pins are right now. They're somewhere in my house. The craft room is still in complete disarray. I never said that this is a place where we do crafts in a normal way. This is a place where we do crafts in a chaotic way, okay? Not a huge fan of this placement. I don't want to seam rip them off though. Like, it's okay. Also bought these vintage buttons off Depop and they're really cute, and I think I'm gonna put them on because I want there to be some kind of closure on this. I don't love just like an open cardigan because I feel like it gets caught on stuff, so I'm gonna put these on. So what I've been doing is I have just been surface slip stitching with white to make the little balloon strings, and then I wanted them to have kind of a 3D effect, so when I finished doing my surface slip stitching, then I'm giving myself a little extra yarn and I'm chaining a bit so that the little ties pop off, because I'm gonna give them a little bow at the end too to tie them all together. my friends. My very first ever made from my own design, from my own brain, tapestry cardigan / cardigan period. I have made a hexie cardigan, but that one is more spring summer. I made it with cotton yarn and a bigger hook, so there's lots of holes. And this one is really comfy and cozy, and I'm so excited to just snuggle up in it anytime that I want to be warm. There are definitely things that I'll do differently next time that I make a cardigan like this. For one, I'll probably make the front panels longer because this slips off my shoulders a lot and that bugs the crap out of me. I'd also make the ribbing on the front thicker so that it's easier for me to close it. This one is not super easy to close and it does gap when I use the buttons, so I'd probably also use bigger buttons. I might just take these ones off. As adorable as these vintage ones are, they are way too small for this, and I'll probably take them off and use them for a smaller project and opt for some bigger buttons. Speaking of buttons, I obviously did not do the buttons on the sleeves like I wanted to, but that's okay because it's already a really heavy cardigan. It's lightweight and I don't feel weighed down by it, but it's heavy enough that adding buttons to it would have just been more annoying than cute. Also kind of want to redo the appliques over on this side, but that would be literally so much work. And I'm feeling a little bit lazy, especially because this whole project took me start to finish about a month. I would, in the future, put the pockets back a little bit and have them be a side access rather than a top access. The top access is cute, but the side access is more practical, and I would put them probably at more of a diagonal so that stuff isn't falling out, because my phone has already fallen out of the pockets like 3 times. And I think I would also make the back panel a little wider, just so when it comes around, I have more room, because right now I feel like I'm pulling on the back panel and it's coming to like here when it should be coming up closer. You know what I mean? This project taught me a lot. It taught me that I am capable of doing big things. It taught me that I am capable of turning my ideas into reality, even when they're not 100% perfect and exactly the way that I wanted them to be. I can make mistakes and it'll be okay. This is the biggest mistake right here. This side, perfect. This side, I'm crying a little bit. But it's okay. Mistakes happen and I'm proud of it and I love it so much. If you are interested in the tapestry grid itself, like I said earlier, that grid is available for free or pay what you wish on my Ko-fi. Let me know in the comments what other kinds of big wearables you want to see me make. I have lots and lots of ideas. I have a whole folder of inspiration of clothes that are not crocheted but I would like to crochet, like clown suits and rompers and sweaters and purses and all kinds of fun stuff. And also, let me know in the comments what you're doing for Valentine's Day. Mike and I are going to go decorate some cookies and we're gonna go out for pizza. And we're gonna go to a bookstore / record store and hopefully find some secondhand books and records to take home. And I'm gonna wear literally this outfit and I'm so excited. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here. Please also make sure that you guys like the video and hype it if you have the ability. Doing these things lets the algorithm know that people enjoy watching my content and it pushes it out into the universe so we can keep growing our family of crafty, chaotic goblins, of which there are over 5,000 of you at this point, which is wild. Thank you guys so much for being here. It really means literally everything to me. Seeing that this many people like watching me be silly and yell on the internet is really special. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys and I'm so excited to keep bringing you crafty content. Remember, my friends, I post a new video every single Friday. So until then, I hope you have a day as amazing as you are and I'll see you next time. Bye!